Oh my god, so my flight that I hit 1,500 hours went viral on the internet, which is insane because that was not my intention. Hey, how y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
Oh god. Well, this is awkward. I don't know how to start this video. Crap. I have forgotten how to talk to a camera. This is so weird. I'm just sitting here. I have not vlogged in forever and just talked to a camera just sitting down, so this feels like very unnatural. Anyways, all right. I feel super awkward, but I'm here with an update video. So I'm just gonna fight through this awkwardness and just do it anyway, because I just want to share. You have not seen my face in a hot minute. It's been 2 years since I've posted on YouTube, which is crazy. The last video I posted, I was done with flight school, and I was like, you're gonna hear so many videos from me, yada 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 yada, and then I just stopped posting. Ghost town completely. So a lot has happened in the last 2 years, so some big updates. I just wanted to come on here and just share, maybe try to get back into YouTube, but some big updates. I'm still flying, so yes, that's still currently happening, and I hit this magical number, 1,500 hours. So if you're not aware, if you're not in the aviation industry, in order to go to the airlines, you have to have a certain amount of flight hours. So I finally hit that goal. So those 2 years you have not seen me here on YouTube, it's because I was busy flying. Most of that flying I did was as an instructor. And I also moved to Alabama for an instructing job. So I currently instruct the military, so mostly Marines and the Navy, how to fly, the very basics, the beginnings of flying. So the hard part, like how to maintain a heading, altitude, airspeed, stalls, emergency procedures, how to land, all that good stuff. That's normally very scary for a beginning student with 0 hours, so I'm teaching students all of this. And I moved here for this job, and I've been instructing for the last 2 years exactly. I just got a Facebook notification yesterday saying it's been 2 years since I've been instructing, which is crazy. So yeah, total right now I have 1,541 hours, so I have more than 1,500 now. Here's a little keepsake that I have. Actually, I have this right here. This is from my students. So since I instruct the military, every time I have a student that passes a check ride, they give me one of their class patches, and I kind of stuck it in this little shadow box, and I've had like some notes that students have written me, so from like the Marines, Navy, so it's really nice to have. I just wanted to come back on here just because I wanted to get back into YouTube. Hopefully this is a one take, so I don't have to redo this whole video. A lot has happened in the last 2 years. I'm still flying, I'm still instructing. Moving forward, like, I'm obviously trying to get a different job, not instruct in a 172, but something maybe, you know, cooler, faster. My main goal though is to go back to JetBlue. If you don't know, I was a flight attendant for JetBlue. I think that's how most of you have probably found my channel, because I used to be a flight attendant and then I decided to go to flight school and become a pilot. So that's still my goal. I'm still in the Gateway program, so I'm still in touch with JetBlue and my progress. So now I'm kind of just like in this gray zone of I just need to move on to the next step, so then I can continue building hours before I go back to JetBlue as a first officer. So that's my goal. Just depends on how the industry is doing, right? The aviation industry. So a lot has been going on. the last 2 years since I finished flight school, it's actually really hard to find a CFI job now. So I feel very grateful that I have a job. In general, that's flying. It's very consistent with the military. I don't have to beg my students to study. They come well prepared. So that's been really nice. So there's been lots of pros. Cons, like living in Alabama, I would not have moved here like on my own, but it's fine. James and I are here momentarily for the job. Some things I have coming up, I have the ATP CTP course coming up. So legally, in order to become an airline pilot, you need to do this course. So I'm doing that next month. If you're familiar with Shepherd Air, I have Shepherd Air downloaded onto my iPad already that I need to be studying. So right here, good old Shepherd Air. So I have to take my written. So I'm starting to prepare for that too. I'm trying not to say I have not talked to a camera in 2 years or sat down and vlogged or anything. So this just feels very unnatural. I'm like struggling to even look at the camera. But yeah, besides my aviation update and flying, I'll post some clips here just to show you like overall like what I've been up to like flying wise. I fly over Mobile Bay in the southern Alabama region a lot. Actually, oh my god, so my flight that I hit 1,500 hours went viral on the internet, which is insane because that was not my intention. So quick little story. I went up on a flight. I was breaking in a new engine on one of my school's planes, and I was flying by myself, and I stayed locally just because the weather was not that great. So I was breaking in this new engine. I had to kill 2.5 hours in order to hit my 1,500 hours. So I wanted to get creative. So I wanted to surprise James, and I went flying, and I planned to draw something in the sky. Like I always saw people like drew stuff in the sky, and I've never tried doing it on my own. And I ended up with this, which I'll post a photo here that says I heart James, and it went viral. So someone was watching me apparently on my flight and posted it on Facebook. And the next morning I was at work and people started coming up to me asking me about it, and I was like, what? And then I looked and it was getting a lot of traction. So yeah, that's a fun little story about how my flight that I hit 1,500 hours on went viral. But anyways, moving on from aviation, I want to continue doing YouTube here just as a hobby. I feel like I'm starting to slow down with flying a little bit. I'm like been studying for you know, my next step. I just like want to slow down, like quality of life sort of thing, before I ramp right into, you know, airline training and all of that. So just some things that like I'm currently into as of right now. Besides flying, I'm always going to be talking about flying because that's just who I am, what I do.
Don't forget.
But I'm also just a girl. So
I'm also
I just
just
want
a
to
girl.
go back to my YouTube roots where I'm like showing like my personality, like things that I like to do besides flying. And yeah, so some things that recently I've really been into. So I've really been into journaling. So the girlies on TikTok, they've been calling it junk journaling. I feel like my journaling is more like a scrapbooking / junk journal vibe, but I wouldn't know what to call it really. But I've been really into that. I've been journaling since the beginning of this year, so that's been a fun hobby. I've really been into like my personal style recently. I've fallen down a bad addiction of Coach bags. So this is my favorite, my Empire 26 in lime green that I'm obsessed with. The little Coach from the Cosmic Collection. Trinkets, I've really been into trinkets. I am one of those Labubu girls, unfortunately, so here's my lychee berry. Yes, I'm one of those, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been into personal style. I'm addicted to bagus too. This is my one and only Sunny Angel. I've been very much into my Charli XCX era. I just got this at Target like yesterday. It was on sale. Yeah, I have a crazy addiction, I guess, to Brat. Speaking of, I also drew it in the sky. A Brat, shout out to Charli XCX. I have a list of like things I wanted to say, but I'm just like blanking here. Oh, I've also been into Pilates. That's been fun. So I started an unlimited membership of Pilates like 2 months ago, and I did that multiple times a week, and it really got me into fitness, and I felt super strong and my arms were feeling super good, and just like overall health. So I went on like a 2-week vacation. I came back, hit my 1,500 hours. I wasn't going to Pilates as much, and I just started getting back into it, so I'm super excited to continue doing that. But overall, yeah, life has just been really busy. Just being a girly pop, flying planes, teaching people how to fly, and I just want to get back into YouTube and like go back to my OG roots, I guess, on YouTube, and just share like content that I like consuming, like what's in my bag, like I don't know, like random videos like that with a side of aviation, I guess. So let me know if you're interested in any of that, or if you hate all of those ideas. I don't know. I'm just excited to come back to YouTube, I guess. Again, if you're even watching this, thanks for watching. Sorry I have not posted in 2 years. I've been booked and busy and never been consistent with YouTube, but we'll see where this goes. Maybe I'll become more consistent, no promises, but I'm here, and thanks for sticking around to my 400 and change subscribers. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. This is hilarious because I literally went from my cute ass outfit to wearing a Blue Angels t-shirt, eating spaghetti. Chickpea pasta, delicious. Maybe I should start a mukbang. Are those still a thing? I don't know.